Welcome back to East Coast Wagering. In this video, I continue my coverage of the Saratoga meet with my selections for Friday, July 15th, highlighted by the Grade 3 Forbidden Apple. In this video, much like my initial video on opening day, I plan on offering up a best bet, a handful of value plays, as well as my full card selections. This Friday card looks very competitive with some deep fields, so let's take a look at the picks. I'll start with my best bet of the day, and that's the number 1 Remain Anonymous in race number 2, who comes in fresh off the claim to the Brad Cox barn after finishing third against slightly higher company. In that race, Remain Anonymous rode the rail behind the speed after taking a slight bump out of the gate. She tipped out at the top of the stretch to make her run, had to alter her path a bit as the eventual winner moved out a bit, and just missed, settling for third in the three-way photo. She should get the same stalking trip along the rail here, and with a cleaner trip and a slight class drop, I think she will be positioned perfectly to get the win. Underneath, I like the number 2, Customer Experience, and the number 3, Invaluable to round up my top 3 selections for this race. Friday's card has 2 stakes races, the first of which is in race 8, the Coronation Cup going 5.5 furlongs on the turf for 3-year-old fillies. And in this race, we have the reigning Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint Champion in Twilight Gleaming, and I'm going to make her my top selection in this race. She has run twice since that Breeders' Cup score with a second and a first to show for it. Her last in the Mamselle was a victory, barely holding off the field in front-running fashion. With the way she barely held on at 1-5, she may be vulnerable here as the favorite, but I have to pick her based on her consistency. She's never finished worse than second in 7 career tries and is 4 of 6 on the turf. Her worst speed figures still are competitive here, and her best figures win this easy. The biggest concern is maybe she prefers 5 furlongs, as she has run second in her only try with the extra half furlong. I will round up my top 3 selections for this race with the number 7 Static Fire and the number 8 Poppy Flower. However, this race has the first of my value plays with the number 4 Artos at 10-1. In this race won by Twilight Gleaming, she only lost to that one by a head. She is 4 of 6 in the money at the distance and has been keeping good company. I think she will show the same late kick from just off the pace she has in her last couple races, and if Twilight Gleaming doesn't fire, this one has a chance here. The race of the day is race number 9. It's the Grade 3 Forbidden Apple going a mile on the turf, and we have a very competitive 12-horse field here. My top selection is the number 3 Mirror Mission, who last out lost by a neck in the Turf Classic after a thrilling stretch duel with Santon. This horse appears in peak form right now with big efforts in consecutive Grade 1 races, possibly the 2 most key turf races of the year so far for older males. He has the best speed figures in this field, and my only real concern is that he may be more effective going a bit longer. My other selections for my top 3 are the number 1 Set Piece and the number 7 Public Sector, but this race is wide open, and my second value play is also in here. The number 9, Get Smokin', should be the pace setter, and I like the way he dug down in his first race back from his Dubai flop. He lost that by a head, but this is a 16th of a mile shorter, and his speed figures are competitive here. If he can shake loose of the field and take a step forward, there's even a chance of him taking them gate to wire. So in addition to the number 4 Artos in race 8 and the number 9 Get Smokin' in race 9, my other value play is the number 2 Bar 14 in race number 6. It looks like he may be the pace setter, and though he will have to contend with the number 7 early, he is 3 of 4 in the money at the distance and has improved with each try on the turf. I will say, in addition to these 3 value plays, there are a number of horses in the 6-1 to 8-1 range that I like on this card. We have some extremely competitive races with tons of value, and these multi-race wagers could pay really well. Here are the remainder of my selections for the Friday card. Those are my plays for the July 15th card. As I said before, we have some deep competitive fields in this one, and I think there's quite a bit of money to be made. I'm going to take a couple chances in the multi-races and try to get a price or 2 in there for a nice big score. Thanks again for watching my video. This is East Coast Wagering, and I'll see you again soon.